Okay, hello, this is September 9th, 2016. I'm showing you the setup for the live streaming of the football game tonight. Okay, so right over here we have a camera on a tripod. Okay, this is the one that'll be in here. On the side right here we have an HDMI cord plugged in. It's a mini HDMI. Okay, and on the other side we have a power cable that's plugged in right here. Okay, both of those must be plugged in. You can see the camera's on right now. All you have to do to turn it on or off is use this switch right up here. It says power on it. Fairly simple. It'll make a ding noise when it's ready. Okay, if we follow this down, we can see our little streaming appliance here. It's this little red box that says Livestream on it. And you'll note that there's a power cable, a network cable, and the HDMI plugged into it. And right behind here we have our power supplies for both the streaming appliance and the camera. We have to make sure that this is on. Okay, there's a little light in the switch that will come on when it's on, okay? So, to start this, all we have to do is over on the side here, there's a little switch to flip. Okay, we're gonna flip it toward us. Okay, and as I come down here level with it, let me give you a better look. It's gonna start saying live stream starting. Okay, this is a fairly long startup process, so I like to give it about 10 minutes to go through. If you note, over here on the right-hand side, there's a red button and a black button / joystick. Now the bottom, the black button says menu and the red button says start and stop. Primarily we're going to be using the menu, and this is a joystick, so if you push it one way or the other, that's how you navigate the menus. So as we wait for this to start up, it's going to tell us in just a second. It's preparing the video hardware. Okay, just wait on it. Like I said, it's fairly slow. And we're just going to give it a second. Then it'll say preparing USB hardware. Again, we just wait. I can't do any better than that, looks like. Preparing network hardware, wait again. Now we'll see that it's booting in. The screen goes black for a second. And it's going to say, please connect me to the internet. Okay, now you note it says menu here, so we're going to click. All we do is push this button in, the menu button, and we get this menu, and it says connect via. And you can see if I toggle down, it moves that little arrow down. So I'm going to toggle back up to it, and I'm going to go connect via. Click that. And we're connected to Ethernet. So we want to select Ethernet again, just a press of that button. And we want it to be automatic DHCP. So again, select. And it's going to say switching to DHCP mode. And it's going to tell us it's connecting to Ethernet, connecting to Livestream. And it'll take it just a second to kick over. Don't freak out. It's going to sync time with Livestream so that the stream is correct and the playback is all right. It's going to check for firmware upgrade. And I've already done the firmware, so you don't have to worry about it. It's up to date. And it's going to connect back out. And okay, so you see right here is our main menu. It tells us what event we're streaming currently and the quality, and then go live in menu. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and configure this for you, so it should say football or whatever the title is. I'll get to it here in just a second when you get in here. So I'm going into the menu, and the menu is fairly slow as far as toggling, so it can feel like you're pressing the button multiple times. Don't, just wait for it, okay? So I'm going to go to event, which you don't have to worry about this, so don't panic. This will already be done. Hopefully you won't have to use the menu at all. And I'm going to go down to CMA Varsity Football versus Western. I know this is the only one, so I'm going to select it. Okay, and I've already got the quality set how it is and all the other settings. So you can see this little arrow up here in the upper right. That means the red button takes us back. So I'm going to click it once. Okay, and we're back out front. And hopefully when you turn it on, this is what you see after we configure the Ethernet. Okay, it should say CMA Varsity Foot, and then the rest of it is all already configured, and it will say quality fixed HD. Okay, And then all you're going to do is click Go Live. That's the red button one time, and it will prep, and I'll show you that in just a second, but I don't want a feed to this event. So for right now, I'm going to go back out and reconfigure this for a different event that I know I have a test event in here so I don't mess up the football game. So you can ignore most of this until I get back out to show you what it actually looks like when you're streaming. And I've got something called testing phase, so I'm going to select that. Again, don't worry about this. You will not have to change the event. So you can see my event now is testing phase and my quality is correct and Ethernet and the whole deal. So I'm going to click Go Live. Okay, let me get to where you can see. And it's going to prompt you to notify followers, yes or no. For your event, you're going to click yes and just click the black button one more time, and it will tell everybody that the event's live so the parents will know. For right now, I'm going to click no. Okay, and then it's going to start up the stream. Starting broadcast. And you can see it says live and how long we've been live. It gives me the bit rate and the strength of the stream. So right now it says perfect. That's what it should say all the time up here. So it should be about 2000K. That's about 2 meg a second. Okay, and then after this point, you're just going to leave it for the extent of the game. Okay, so you're not going to pause it or anything like that. You're just going to move and run the camera, okay? Now, thing to note on the camera itself, you don't actually have to record to the camera to get the stream to work, okay? So you can use the camera just as it is, okay? And upstairs, Mr. Sayer will have the trade film going anyway, so this camera never has to say record on it if you don't want it to. Now if you're worried about it or whatever, the record button's right back here, and there is a memory card. It's set to record to the memory card, so you're more than welcome to record the whole game and then go back in later and you've got it. You do not have to though, okay? So from that point on, you're just worried about filming the game, okay? And reminder that you do not have a scoreboard, so you will probably have to pan over and try and get the scoreboard, okay? So as far as how I would do this, I would open up the window, obviously, and do my best to get out there and avoid this center column in the middle because it's kind of an eyesore. Just do the best you can, normal filming things. Okay, so enough on that. We come back to the box, so the game is over. We've gotten the final score, everything's happened, and we are ready to stop the stream. Okay, so rather than just unplugging all of this stuff, let's see if I can get the focus back here. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. We're going to hit this red button one time, and it's going to say, are you sure? And I'm going to toggle over to yes, and I'm going to click the black one more time, and then you'll get this menu, post video to feed. We absolutely want to. This is so that people can watch it later, so we're going to toggle over to post. Okay, you can see it's the most left-hand option. Let me see if I can get better focus on that. Okay. We don't want to delete it and we don't want to save it as a draft. We want to post it. So you would click the black menu button one more time and that would do. For right now, I don't want to keep this, so I'm going to click delete. And I'm going to go back out. And you'll see it'll tell me stopping broadcast here in just a moment. There we go, stopping broadcast. And we're back to the main menu. So now, just for your sake, I'm going to go back in and change the event back to the football game so that you don't have to mess with it. And varsity football setting, yes. Let me go back out to the main menu. So hopefully after you've connected to the internet and done all that, this is the screen you get, and you just go live when you're ready. Okay. Now, my preference is that you try to go live about 10 minutes before anything's happening. Coach Dorrell's told me that he wants to get the march on, so I would try and record 10 minutes early. I believe that would be 7 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. So just make sure you're about 10 minutes early, and what that does is it lets the stream build a buffer so that the video is a lot smoother for all the users. Okay, so after we get back to this screen, after we stopped our broadcast, we are good to go ahead and toggle our power back off. You can see it's all off, and I would just come over here and turn my camera off. Okay, and it's going to give me a little screen. From that point on, all I really need you to do is make sure that that window is closed. All these windows in this bay, you see that one's open right now. Make sure all these windows are closed, and you can leave this gear as it is unless Mr. Sayer wants to take it with him. He's perfectly capable of taking it with him if that's what he wants to do. Otherwise, please just leave it in place, and I will pick it up on Monday. So that is the general overview of how this works. If you have any more questions, or you don't understand something, or it's not working, get a hold of Mr. Sayer, and he will be able to help you out, although his primary responsibility is to handle the huddle sideline. So don't go up and bug him in the middle of the game if you can avoid it, because he does have other responsibilities. So anyway, thank you very much.